What's up, gamers? The hardest survival game that exists just got a huge, massive update today. Subsistence, one of the hardest, even harder than Green Hell survival games that has ever been created. We got this new Alpha 62 update that just dropped today with a absolute ton of features. And if you do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe if you're brand new here, that would be absolutely fantastic. We're going to go ahead and get into these updates and show you a little bit of gameplay from me checking it out today. All right, the first thing on the list is these random plane events. Players will now experience random plane flybys during gameplay. As you can see here in this beginning part of this clip, I spawn in and a plane's flying over me. That's pretty awesome. On occasion, these flights will crash somewhere in the world, providing players with incentive to venture out to discover the wreck and loot its cargo. The intention with these events is to incentivize players to travel, explore further from their bases, and add more unpredictability to the moment-to-moment gameplay. This also adds more value and utility to vehicles. Sounds fantastic to me, absolutely. Next, the pilots will dynamically toggle the plane's lights during the day and night transitions, and the drone of the engines will alert players to incoming aircraft. Awesome. Starting a new game will now begin with a drop-off plane leaving the player's location, hoping to give a sense of isolation and the situation at hand. Okay, so essentially the plane that we've seen was just dropping me off, quote-unquote. Here's a picture of the flight pass. Flight pass are procedurally handled and unique for every flight. Planes will enter the play space and attempt extensive flybys of the playable area before exiting and flying out into the wilderness. During their flights, they are coded to dynamically traverse the landscape geometry, so we'll fly over mountains, down into valleys, and avoid peaks, etc. Awesome. And that leads us into crash sites. So this is pretty much the random event that comes from the planes flying by. On occasion, flights will go down and crash, creating a huge fire explosion, sending vibrations and echoes of the impact across the whole map. Players will be able to observe crash sites by their burning debris fields and a column of smoke from the burning fuel. If enough shroud on the map has been uncovered, the flames from the crash will be visible from the map. Awesome. Very cool. Just kind of like campfires, I guess, from other little hunters and things. All right, so here we go. Pilots. Crash sites and its cargo will be defended by its pilots. These guys are packing lever-action rifles and 44 revolvers, so they can deal a lot of damage and will not be friendly to players trying to scavenge their wreck site. All right, well, I guess you need to be prepared when you go in there, huh? They're armored and can be identified by their white pilot helmet. It is possible for players to find a pilot helmet. However, it is extremely rare, similar to the deep cave miners' gas masks. Awesome. Here we go. Crash site looting. During crashes, aircraft's cargo's crates will spill out amongst the wreck. These cargo crates are sealed with metal straps, so will need to be broken open to access their loot. The debris from the wreck is also of value to players. Almost all parts of the wreck can be broken down to yield scrap metal. This will cause usage damage to the tools over time. Fantastic. Let's see here. We got some region updates. This is a fairly large change and is another move to encourage travel and exploration during gameplay. The world is now broken down into separate regions, which can be viewed from the map view. Each region has a different weighting for the ores and materials that are available within them. Some regions may have an abundance of one type of ore, yet little to none of another. Awesome. That does give us a reason to kind of get out and travel around. That's perfect. Vehicles now become more valuable as a means of travel to regions with a required resource within daylight hours, or more careful planning of routes while on foot is required to secure needed resources. While in the map view, scrolling over a region will show the weights of the resource available within it. That's actually really awesome. So yeah, that's huge. Super cool. Region toggler. If the region boundary lines are distracting, you can toggle them on and off with the checkbox. Okay, easy peasy. Now, this was a big thing that I noticed right off the bat playing this new playthrough, and you guys have probably noticed it already at this point. Huge increase to fiber and medicinal foliage. Previously, before, the medicinal herb was extremely hard to see. The fiber wasn't too hard to see, but was very far and few between. And this new adjustment to these two items specifically, really, I can feel a huge difference in running around and looting these things. It's fantastic, if you ask me. The purpose of this is to make the natural environment more dense with interactable foliage rather than just static bushes. Fibers increase in around 700% and medicinal around 400%. Due to the large increases, recipes that use materials have been increased for balance, but overall players should have a more abundant supply. So that's actually pretty insane, because I don't remember exactly. It's been a little bit since I played Subsistence, but I don't remember how much fiber it took to craft a rope, but it now takes 12, which makes the increase in the amounts of fiber that you get really not different than it was. So they're not like, breaking the whole super hard part of the game, which is fantastic. Foliage harvesting physics. If you pay attention to my hands when I'm picking up the fiber, the new bushes all use destruction physics, so players can see bushes snap and break as they harvest them. I'm hoping this will make for a more satisfying experience while gathering. Yeah, I'd definitely say you achieved that for sure. The electrical bench found in the BCU crafting menu. The electrical bench can now be crafted. Ooh, cool. Awesome. The bench now handles the various crafting options for electrical items. 12 electronics, 10 scrap metal, 12 planks, and 850 power and 150 mass, I think is what that's called, if I remember right. It's been a while. Forgive me. Some of the existing electrical items have been moved from the workbench crafting menu, as well as added items that can now be crafted. Cool. Capacitors. Crafted the electrical bench using refined lithium and pearls. Capacitors are used to craft circuit boards and will likely be used for more in the future. Very cool. Semiconductors, same thing. Also crafted an electrical bench. Using refined silicone and obsidian, semiconductors are required to craft circuit boards, with more uses likely coming in the future. All right, what do we got here? 3 new ores have been introduced. These resources use the new region system for their location in the world and typically will not be found together or adjacent to one another. Lithium, silicone, and obsidian. The distribution and balance for the new resource types may need some tweaking, so I welcome feedback regarding this. Awesome. Make sure you guys shoot the guys some feedback. That would be great. We got a color grading overhaul with the graphics update. You can see here night and day. I mean, it looks fantastic. This game has always had like beautiful graphics as long as I've played it, and this just one-ups it even more. I made a significant change to the graphic color grading of the game. Color saturation and contrast depth have all been boosted. The result is a much more colorful presentation with sharper outlines and deeper blacks. Sweet. First person arm grabbing. Pick up all items now plays a first person hand grabbing animation. This is to increase immersion while playing. I like it. I like it a lot. The animations have been blended in for all weapons and tools, so you do not need to unequip your weapon. Perfect. That's super awesome. I noticed that hunters were often crowding a single piece of cover, leading to some predictable patterns during combat. They are now aware of the position of the squad mate and will seek independent cover. Super cool. Just a little bit more tightened updates on the AI. Nothing wrong with that. This means they're better able to flank players' positions and create more dynamic encounters. Also fixed the bug where hunters would get stuck on buildables while swimming and not move or react to the player. Also fixed hunters not responding to their squad mate being killed by a single headshot. So essentially, before you could just headshot one hunter and it wouldn't aggro the other ones, and now I'm guessing that is fixed. We've tightened the spread on the pump action and double barrel shotguns. Both the pump action and double barrel have their spread tightened. This makes them more powerful at mid-range. It's now not as necessary to wait till the enemy gets point blank to you to deal max damage. I do remember this being an issue with fighting, shooting bears and wolves and things. You had to kind of wait till they were right up in your face, or you would not do that much damage to them. You'd probably lose some of your pellets out of your shells or something like that. But either way, moving on. Harvested foliage and scrap regrowth respawn rates. Previously, the game did not remember harvested plants and scrap between saves, so reloading a save would result in 100% respawn of foliage and scrap. Now the game remembers. In addition to this, the regrowth and respawn rates have been slowed. You can take around 3 in-game days to replenish an area of resources. This means players will be rewarded with denser resources if they travel further afield. Staying in one location all the time will mean fewer, slower resources. This is another move to encourage the reward of travel and exploration. He's really trying to get us out and about, get away from, base and go take some chances and stuff. Which in this game is, taking chances is a bad idea in my opinion. But hey, fix the garage fob so that it will now open and close the closest garage door to the vehicle when the button is pressed. Previously, it would engage a random door within a radius of the vehicle. Oh, pretty nice. Little quality of life update there. Boost packs duration increased. Almost all boost packs have had a significant increase to their effective duration, making them all a little more useful. The strength boost increases physical strength for a period of time, allows resources to be harvested at a faster rate, and increases damage dealt by melee weapons. Increased from 3 minutes to 6 minutes. Oh, doubled them. Wow. The adrenaline boost and the heat pack have also been increased from 3 minutes to 6 minutes and 2 minutes to 3 minutes for the heat pack. Sweet. New skins are available on the Subsistence Steam item store. Thank you for further support and continued development. The pump action shotgun predator skin, the rifle predator skin, the pistol predator skin, the combat helmet snow camo skin. Skins on the Steam store can also be accessed from within the game by clicking on the weapon in your inventory. Awesome. Other notable changes: optimized save game logic. Save files now are faster and use around half the file size. Hey, we love that. Fiber stack count increased to 1,000. Medicinal stack count increased to 500. Added shadow casting for destroyable buildings. Prevented bushes and foliage from blocking AI navigation. Fixed a rare bug where players would get stuck on initializing world. Added better handling to ensure loot hunters and hunter bases cannot spawn outside of the fence line. Fixed a bug where the player camera would still move while in the menu if entering the menu while transitioning out of the map view. Oh, you know what? I used to have that happen to me. Now that I think about that, that's a good fix. WW. Reduce the requirement count for circuit boards for several crafts and upgrade recipes. That's also good. Hope everyone has a great Christmas and Happy New Year. Freaking awesome, dude. Absolutely awesome. Big W update. Lots of stuff. Holy moly. Some really good things, and I'm kind of excited to start a new playthrough now, so make sure you, like I said, like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. We're probably going to start from pretty much from this end of this part of the video and continue on to a day one Let's Play starting tomorrow every day. So let's get into it. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.